Hello and welcome to the Miscast table. My name is Måns.
And my name is Jonas. And today we finally arrive in the future. We are heading into Gnarlwood.
Yes, we are arriving in the future. We are in Gnarlwood, and it feels really fun. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and we've put in some work. We actually painted both of our warbands.
Yeah, you made an awesome video where you showcased your effort, and I made an effort.
You made a short video presenting yours. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But we have arrived at the new season, and there's quite a lot of rule changes this time.
Yeah, some minor tweaks. There are some upgrades that are like universally good, I would say, and some upgrades that are perhaps a bit weird. I don't know if they are going to affect the game that much, but
yeah, but I think there's a lot of interesting stuff. And since there are quite a lot of rule changes, we're not going to go through all of them now, but we're going to mention them as the game progresses and go through them as they come up. But please help us out if we do any mistake or if we misplay something, so we can improve.
So we can learn and become better Underworlds players.
Yeah, and we are in the midst of No Shave November, so we are both growing mustaches and looking more Spanish by the day. So please be nice about my mustache. But
you don't have to.
You don't have to. You can tell me it's ugly.
They're harsh.
Yeah.
But we should like spend some time talking about the new Nemesis format, because this is new for us. We are usually playing the championship format.
Yes.
We both enjoy the deck building aspect of the game, but since Nemesis format is a new aspect of Underworlds with this Gnarlwood season, we thought that we should specifically try it out.
Yeah, people have been playing what you call Rivals Plus before, but now it's an official format, and therefore I feel like we need to try it out. So we both have our respective Nemesis decks here.
Yeah, you are playing the
Daring Dwellers, they're called, where you use an exploration mechanic.
So you need to keep track of the board state. You are interested in like each of the feature tokens, possibly some of the snare hexes, and you want to play on my side of the board half.
Yeah. And when you play Nemesis, you take your like warband specific cards, like what you call your warband's rival deck, and then you take one of the like official rival decks, and you get to build with those two decks. Yeah. So it's kind of you kind of like go into the deck building, but with a very limited card pool.
Yeah. And I think it was a smart thing that they did, that they limited the number of rivals decks that are counted as official for this format. Yeah. Because there were some early, like I would call them attempts at making rivals deck that might not perhaps have been quite fair.
No, the White Dwarf ones were
the White Dwarf ones
too
strong, and it didn't really go into the spirit of the game, that you just pick up your warband and you just pick up your rivals deck and then you smash them together and then you have the Nemesis format. Yeah. Because with that you had to collect 3 different warbands and one of the starter sets, and then you also have to have your new warbands.
Yeah, it heavily favors people like me who just spend the money on the Warhammer Underworlds. But we have chosen a few cards from both from our warbands and from our rivals decks that we want to talk a little bit more about.
So let's take a look at the Daring Delvers and the, what are they called?
They're called the Gnarlspirit pack. But in this case I have chosen cards from the Daring Dwellers because I think they're a bit fun, and the theme I've chosen to talk about here is the one damage thing.
So spell casting and ploy cards that are...
Yeah, because there's come a lot of new cards like deal 1 damage, and I thought those cards have been good, but they're also quite problematic. Yeah. So we have Flame Wisps, we have Spirit Snare Caven, Quick Roots, and Grasping Rootgrave. And this one is the card that we talked about before.
Yeah, Quick Roots, I think it's an absolute beast of a card. I don't understand why they print this kind.
Oh, this is an S card, for sure, Quick Roots. And it reads like this: Trap, reaction, after an enemy fighter's activation. If that fighter has 1 or more move and or charge tokens, deal 1 damage to that fighter. So after an enemy fighter makes a move or charge action, you can deal 1 damage to it.
Yeah, or if they have made a move action previously in the phase and then you just make a regular attack action, you can still use this. So I think that you can almost always use this after an opponent's activation.
Yeah. This is probably the best card in the set.
Amongst the best. It doesn't win you the game, but it's gonna be so nauseating to deal with. And especially when you pair it with other deal damage cards.
Yeah. That's those that I have here.
Yeah.
I put this up on the screen. We have Flame Wisp, which also has the potential to deal 1 damage. You roll 2 or 3 dice, depending on if you have a wizard or not, and then you can deal 1 damage. You have this one as well, and it's kind of similar to to quick roots that it's a domain, but after a fighter make a charge action, you roll a die, and on a crit they are dealt 1 damage. So it's kind of similar to quick roots.
Yeah, and domain cards are like more prevalent right now, so I think that we're gonna like see this kind of effect where you might want to keep your domain card on hand to counteract the opponent's one. So that is an upside for this one as well.
Yeah, it is. And we have the final one with the Grasping Rootgrave, which also deals 1 damage if you're adjacent to a feature token at the end of the round.
And this one is especially nasty because you can play this in the final activation and like.
No, it says specifically that you can't.
Oh, okay, you can't. But in the next to last to the final.
Second to last, yeah, you can play it.
And if the board state is such that your fighters are like the opponent's fighters are placed in such a mannerism that you can easily deal with 2 damage, 3 damage potentially.
We talked about this a little bit before. Like, imagine playing against Sarback Skits and then you use Plunder every time you kill a fighter. You just flood the board with feature tokens. But that's like the Exodia scenario, but it's quite fun to think about.
Yeah, and I think all of them have potential.
Yeah. So this is what I wanted to like showcase, that there's come so many more like cards that had the potential to deal ship damage this way, deal 1 damage, and those cards were quite rare before, and they were quite good also when you had them. And there's some more actually in your decks.
Yeah, and I think one of the key features to this like ship away deal 1 damage is that they have kind of reworked how much damage each of the regular fighters are capable of dealing right now. It's quite rare seeing 3 damage on a fighter. You are much more likely to see something like 2 smash, 2 damage. That seems to be like the average stat line for an attack right now.
I feel like a lot of fighters deal like 2 damage, but then they have some rule coupled with that. Yeah. Maybe they have Siding, or maybe they have Grievous or Ensnare, and like in the former season you didn't have that many rules, so they were like 4 damage. Fuel Grin.
4 damage was rare, but 3 damage was not.
No,
I think 3 damage you saw them plenty on a multitude of warbands that could make that kind of attack 2 or 3 times each action phase. And nowadays you are more likely to only have 1 fighter capable of dealing 3 damage, and you only can activate that fighter possibly once. Yeah. So it's going to be much harder, but then instead and in return you get these kind of deal 1 damage effects. Yeah. So on average I think that each like action phase you are potentially dealing more damage in this season. Yeah, you probably are. And a side note, getting boost. Did you see that the Chosen Access got some new fun stuff? So they need to make a comeback soon. Yeah. But what card have you brought to the table? First I'm playing the Sons of Velmorn. It is the King Velmorn himself, Morlac, and his 4 sons, or 3 and a half brother. And they are a warband which is gonna be reliant on rolling as many dice as possible, because they do inspire when they make critical hits, and the only way to get additional chances of rolling those crits is by adding additional dice. So I'm gonna try to upgrade them in any way that I can by allowing them to get more attack rolls, and the best way of doing that is kind of weirdly to making them beasts. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to fight it out with beast skeletons. Yeah. And I feel like these brothers, like the half brother is way bigger than the others. He got all the good genetics. Or it might be that the genetics comes from the mother. Yeah. So there is some beastly like monster buff female out there that has bred Sir Yedran. Yeah. But I think that they are an average warband. They have a good deal of attack keywords that we mentioned previously. They have Trip that allows you to stagger, they have Grievous, they have, when they inspire, they get Siding, and they have a good deal of like versatility to them. You want to plan them out, how you attack them, in what order, and especially since their leader has a certain keyword that is called Deadly Command, so that if you activate your leader, then you get to place a command counter onto him, and if he has that counter, he counts as supporting each of the other sons in this warband. Yeah. And that's going to be huge. I mean, that's plenty of extra chance to both defend and attack. Yeah, and that's a tricky one. It's a very good ability, but that also means that your opponent can try to target your leader, because if he has made an activation,
if you have a move or charge, you're unlikely to move, and maybe you give him a guard, but what's the point in the back? I don't know.
I think that there is one card, you can't give it to him in this format, but I would really like to give him phantom darts, I think they're called, like a ranged attack. So so I would really like some good early range capabilities on this guy, so that you can get that activation without having to waste it on something meaningless.
Yeah, that's pretty smart. I think something like that would be good.
Yeah. But I'm playing the Sons of Velmorn deck, and they have a couple of really good cards, like solid cards, Decapitating Blow. You can add Cleave to an attack, and if that attack manages to kill a target, then you get one spent glory point from doing so.
Yeah.
You can have Redoubled Favor, which is the standard. You can, if your attack fails, then you can remove the command counter and then make another attack action.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. And they have the best healing card so far. They can heal 2 without any downsides. No dice rolls, but only grave cards.
Yeah, but that's everyone except the half brother is not the grave guard.
The half brother is not the grave guard, and the king himself is not. But unconditional heal 2, that is gonna negate a good deal of enemy attacks.
Yeah, that's real, and they all have 3 life as well. This is quite a health point heavy warband.
Yeah, they have 18 health.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest. I think the biggest one is Sarbak's Gits, the Gnarlspirit Gits. And I think they're like, is it 19 or 21? That's the most.
Yeah, they are by far. But they, in return, it doesn't really matter all that much if you have 2 health or 1 health.
Yeah.
And they have a good deal.
They're like 9 fighters, and this is 5 fighters. So I think these are more better distributed.
They don't have great defensive rolls, but almost no warband has.
No.
And I am playing the Tooth and Claw deck, and they have some really good cards. And I think some of these cards are going to be staples for this format. I think that Gifted Ferocity, it has this mutation keyword that we've seen previously, where if you manage to kill a fighter, you can play this without spending any glory, and you just tack on 1 dice to the fighter's range 1 attack actions.
That's really good.
Yeah, it's so good. And if you get an early start, possibly it's worthwhile to try to target a minion so that you can get this into play early. It's gonna be super good.
Yeah, and it fits your warband so well as well.
Yeah,
Since you're looking for crits, it's a great card.
I'm also gonna give Feral Alteration a try. It's great fortitude, but it also has +1 move. It does limit itself so that you can target a large fighter. It does change the fighter into a beast, but there's so many upsides on this card. Like 1 move, 1 wound, and you get knockback.
Yeah, but one thing you have to think about in this season is that if you give this to a fighter that is small and then it becomes large, then this card is broken since it cannot be given to a large fighter. And that's new for the season.
So definitely don't give this to a 4 health fighter.
No, then you messed up. Yeah, definitely messed up.
Because then it's gonna fall right off.
Yeah.
And that's probably something that they should have helped people out with.
Yeah, people are gonna make that mistake. We're probably gonna make that mistake.
I'm also gonna play Call to Heal, which is a really weird push card. I think this is way stronger than it needs to be. Choose 1 beast or 1 savage fighter, and you need to take into consideration that with this Tooth and Claw you can make fighters into savage fighters really easily. Then you can push the chosen fighter 1 hex, or up to 4 hexes if that is a friendly fighter. So that is adjacent to a friendly fighter.
Yeah, but that's also really easy.
Yeah, and you can push the opponent's fighter as well. So this is like the universal. Like you can push your fighter up to 4 hexes, or you can push 1 opponent fighter onto you.
So that's also really that
useful.
seems super strong. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, that is very strong.
Like undeniably a strong card. And we have Dark Command. Also requires you to have a beast or savage fighter, but in this deck you can easily make that happen. Then you get to deal 1 damage to an enemy fighter that is adjacent to the chosen fighter.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to build a deck with like only deal 1 damage, suffocating mists, dark command, like you just go bananas.
I think they might have like overslept.
A burn deck.
Yeah. Like 1,000 eyes. Make it happen.
Yeah.
And lastly, I picked out this card in Eternal Surrender. Choose 1 friendly fighter, the chosen fighter is savage, add 1 dice to the fighter's attack roll, and you reduce the defensive dice by -1 to a minimum of 1. and it persists until the chosen fighter is taken out of action. So it's kind of like an upgrade.
Yeah.
And you can play this for free, and at this warband there is no downside.
No, the thing is like when you read -1 defense, it reads like a big downside, but it's almost always on those cards it's to minimum of 1, and since you have one of all of them,
yeah,
well,
it's just an
it's
upside.
there's no downside.
It's like a free upgrade.
Yeah,
so,
no downside.
Yeah. So I think like these new rival decks are significantly better than the previous ones that we've seen. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all building with this deck.
No, I feel like I built a really nice deck. I didn't play too much into the Daring Dwellers playstyle. I only took like the good cards, and I'm gonna try to play anyways. But have they overstepped like the power level on some of these things? Like the deal damage stuff?
Yeah, but
without trying it out, but it seems strong.
It feels strong, but I think that they have tried to tune it and balance it so that the objective cards instead are significantly harder. Previously in the last season I thought that some of the objective cards were really easy, and now I think that you really have to work and put in an effort to make them happen.
Yeah, some of mine were just dumb in this deck, I guess.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's gonna be really fun to try it out, and with that I wish you good luck as we head into the Gnarlwood.
Yeah.
4 dice. Oh, crit.
Okay.
Hole.
So starting off the season.
Yeah.
You can choose.
I want you to choose the board.
Okay. I have chosen.
I think that I am going to let you start.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do it like this. After this fighter's activation, give this fighter 1 command token. So I'm gonna activate King Morlock, and I'm gonna give him a guard token.
Yeah.
And then he
that
takes
was exactly the scenario I was talking about. Yeah.
I'm gonna give him a race counter, but that is his command counter, and then you get to play a power card if you would like to.
How much life does that guy have?
3. 3 on all the weaker skeletons.
Yeah, I'm playing Hunting Aspect. In the next activation, friendly fighter have the following abilities. And Gore gains 1 heal. Kira gains 1+ damage. You can deal 1 damage to 1 adjacent enemy fighter. And Lupan, this fighter attack actions has Cleave and Snare. And Sarakar gets 1+ wizard level. Okay. And it's only for my next activation.
Only for your next activation.
Or in the next activation, so it could be on your turn as well. But
I don't really have anything to do, so you can go ahead and make your activation.
Make my move. Alright, so I'm gonna do this in the beginning. Hybrid, you may reveal this at the start of your first turn and then return to your hand. And score this in end phase if there are 3 or more surviving friendly fighters, or if there are 1 or more surviving friendly fighters and no friendly fighter will taken out to action this round. If you reveal this card, gain an additional glory point when it is scored.
Okay.
So you need to kill at least 2 fighters.
That's almost impossible.
And I'm gonna gain 1 extra glory point when this is scored, if that is achieved.
That is really, really good start.
Yeah.
I would probably always try to get that in my starting hand.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I agree. So I'm gonna make a charge action with this guy over here, and I'm hitting with my, it's called long cut, and I'm rolling 2 dice. And since I'm making this on a charge action, or what I'm gonna say as well, of course I am gonna give this guy a spirit counter in the start of the activation. And he has impact 1+ damage when he's making a charge action, so I'm dealing 2 damage, and I have I also have Cleave and Snare.
Okay.
And I get 1 success because when I have overcome, while the spirit has 1 or more spirit counter +1 move, and count whole supporting as successes in its attack and defense rolls.
Okay. So you had 2 then?
No, this one I didn't. This
Okay.
one was just hiding.
Okay. So I'm gonna start off by rolling my defensive die, and this guy, King Morlock, is supporting him.
Yeah.
I get 1 evade, that isn't good enough.
Yeah. So you are dealt 2 damage.
2 damage. Would you hand me some blood counters?
Blood counters, yes.
Would you like to push me around some?
How much range do you have and how much movement do you have?
I have range 1, I have movement 3.
No, I think I'm letting you stand where you are.
Okay. I would like to play a power card. I would like to give Shirishan Infusion heal 2 on 1 friendly graveyard.
Yeah, so he's just healed.
Yeah.
Bullshit. That is bullshit.
And your guy has 3 health, right?
The guy that charged, yeah.
I think I'm gonna do it like this. Unless you want to play anything.
No.
I want to give Sir Yedran Internal Surrender. +1 dice to the chosen fighter's range 1 attack actions. And it persists until the end of the round, and he has 1 fewer defensive dice.
Alright, but that doesn't matter at all.
No, it doesn't. And then I would like to play another card unless you want to do anything.
No, I don't have anything.
I want to play Call to Heal, choose 1 beast or 1 savage fighter, push the chosen fighter 1 hex or up to 4 hexes if it is a friendly fighter. And I think I want to push your guy.
So it's adjacent to a friendly fighter.
Yeah, I want to push your guy off the starting hex. Then I would like to make a charge attack action.
Yeah, there's not too much I can do about that, so do your worst.
Yeah, and I will try to do exactly that. So I'm gonna make 3 movement, charge over here.
Standing over there as well, yeah.
And then I would like to attack with 3 dice, looking for Fury, dealing 3 damage.
Yeah.
I get 1 support and I get 2 successes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need a crit here. Let's see what kind of game this is. No.
Okay.
1 success, however.
Then you're dealt 3 damage.
Yeah.
Because it should be like this. My king is supporting this guy.
Yeah.
No, each friendly grave guard. I shouldn't make mistakes this early. He doesn't support his falseborn son. I only get 1 successful roll.
What do you get the success for?
Because you are close to this guy. So
yeah,
he is
you are
supporting
supporting.
attack.
Yeah, so I also get 1 success. So we are even.
You are even.
Even
Okay.
Steven.
Even Steven.
Do you want to push me?
Yeah, I think I can push you. I can get you over here.
Yeah. Deeper into enemy territory. Yeah.
Kind of bullshit to have like 3 favorite sons. And maybe...
Yeah, he doesn't like his even though he's bigger and badder and stronger. But I think I'm making a charge action over here and I'm hitting against the falseborn son.
Okay, yeah.
So that is, of course, I should also remember that I'm of course gonna give him a spell counter. There's no reason not to.
No reason not to.
That gives him +1 defense, and that is 1 success.
1 success. I'm looking for, and you don't have cleave or anything.
No.
Okay, so I'm looking for shields or crits. Shield.
Oh, shield.
Do you want to push me around?
I think I do, but the question is where? I want to put you next to the snare hex? Maybe. Yeah, I suppose I am. Putting you over there.
Okay. In the range for something else.
Or wait. No, I'm putting you over... I'm putting you over there, I think. I don't want you close to me. Alright, we have been having some trouble scoring something.
Yeah. Yeah, we have had that. Should I just try to get lucky with King Morlock? I can roll 2 dice, try to hit against Lupin. Looking for smash, dealing 2 damage. 2 successes.
Ooh. Against
Lupin,
yeah,
I think it's called.
yes, he is. That is a crit.
Yeah, then you,
First crit of the game.
yeah,
Yes,
first crit,
yeah.
at the right time.
At the right time. I think that I am in this case going to activate Crimson Kiera. And I'm gonna do this. Wait, is that a good idea? I suppose I have to. I'm not sure that I can do it in any other way.
With my dice roll, you can probably do it in any way you want and wish to.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna do I'm gonna give this one a spirit counter.
Yep.
And I'm making a charge action over here. And I'm making Berserker Assault. And it has to rule Unleash. And Unleash is +1, it's 1 Grievous and siding if this fighter is a beast. And when I have a spirit counter, she's a beast.
Okay.
So I'm rolling 4 dice and I'm starting against the tiny skeleton.
Sure.
4 dice. Do I get
Crit.
anything? 1 crit. And yeah, that's all. 1 crit.
So I need a crit.
Oh, you get it! You get it!
Okay.
Oh no! Why?
But you get to make additional.
Yeah, I guess Am I pushing you? Yeah, I'm pushing you over there. Back with you, foul beast.
Okay.
And then I'm hitting against the other guy. Come on now. No crits, but 2 successes.
No crits, but 2 successes. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm only dealing 1 damage if that goes through.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So 1 damage dealt to Sörjedran.
Yeah. Do I want to push him? No. I don't want to push him.
Okay. Then I can possibly perceive that there is a domain card coming.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have to play that now, basically.
Yeah. So 1 damage to
Grasping Root Graves. You cannot play this in the final power step of the round. At the end of the action phase, deal 1 damage to each fighter that is adjacent to a feature token.
So that is also onto you guys.
Yes. It's not only against me.
Not only. Yeah. And you want to go over here with your last guy. I should just try to make an attack roll. I'm gonna charge over here. And I'm gonna make an attack against your Crimson Kiera.
Crimson Kiera.
I'm rolling 2 dice, looking for Fury.
Yep.
With Grievous. I get one, I think.
No,
because
you only
he
have
is supported.
Yeah.
And then I have 1
Yeah,
support.
and he supports him. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have double support. You are right. She has 1 dice. She gets a success.
She gets a successful roll once again.
Yeah. So.
And you have range 1 on her, so I think that you get to start 1 hex further away.
Are you sure?
But because you're still next
Yeah,
to her.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. Sorry.
You're still dealt damage.
Yes, I am, I suppose. Yeah, so it's my final turn here. And I think I'm gonna activate this guy. And when he has overcome, when this player has 1 more spirit counter, he has 2+ move, is a beast, and has flying. So I can move him 6 hexes here. So where do I want him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he has a range 2. Because if I hit you off that objective, then all 3 of those guys are gonna take 1 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the play.
That is probably gonna kill him as well.
So yeah, I'm hitting against that guy with my wild staff. Looking for smash. I get 1 smash.
1 smash. Trying to roll defensive dolls. I do not get... No, I
Yeah,
get...
you get 1.
I get
Yeah.
1. But you can push me.
I can still push you, so I'm gonna push you over there.
Okay. And then we get to play some power cards.
I don't have anything to play.
Okay. In my final step of the power step, I get to inspire a friendly fighter that has this ability. And I think the most sense is to inspire Marshal Falk.
Yeah. Marshal Falk, that is the guy with the sword here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that he's gonna have the most health.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna deal 1 damage to each of these. And you're gonna take 1 on your guy.
I'm gonna take 2.
Yeah, right. Correct. Okay.
Yes.
So then we deal some damage. I take
Yes.
3.
So at the end, at the end of the action phase. So we are dealing damage. I'm not sure this is a good thing or not, but what's done is done.
What's done is done. Okay. And I don't have anything to play right now. And unfortunately for me, I don't think that I can easily score anything. I'm gonna discard Hereditary Claims. I'm gonna discard Vying for Favor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw 2 new, and I'm gonna discard Beast Caller.
Yeah.
Draw 4 new ones.
I am. Are you done there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna score the Oath of Fortitude, which I revealed in the beginning, since I have 3 or more surviving friendly fighters. I'll gain 2. I don't have anything else I can score, but I'm gonna discard Survivalist. Score it in the end phase if each friendly fighter has 1 or more upgrades or is on a cover hex or on a feature token. But do I need that now? I don't. No. Yeah, I'm discarding it.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing 2 new ones. And then I'm going to play as well. I'm gonna play some upgrades. Yeah, I'm gonna give 1+ move to my leader. And each other friendly fighter has the move characteristic equal to this fighter's move characteristic.
Fine.
So this means I now have 7 move. When the fighter has a
yeah, as long as you don't activate them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have to remove this counter, right?
When you activate them, you have to either give or remove.
You can give this fighter 1 spirit counter or remove.
Yeah, you can either give it or remove it.
But do I have to?
Yeah.
You can give this fighter 1.
Yeah,
Or
or
you can
remove.
Yeah, I suppose.
So if you don't want to inspire, then you...
Yeah, but having 7 move on all my guys is pretty nice.
That's pretty nice.
That is pretty nice.
That is pretty nice.
And in after that, I'm also gonna give this fighter is on guard while this fighter has no charge or stagger tokens. And I feel like I need to give that to someone. I'm afraid that Sakar might get hurt here, but I think that Lupin is in the biggest trouble. Yeah, I'm giving Lupin so he's on guard.
Okay.
That guy is on guard.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I'm just drawing.
Okay, so we make the roll off to see who goes first. Rolling 4. Crit hope.
That's pretty good.
It's average. I think you can outdo me.
No, I
okay.
didn't.
I think I want to start in that case. Because I think I have a pretty good attack chance against your Lupin. I would like to try to hit him with Marshal, or should I? No, I should probably try to activate King Morlock as early as possible. Just make a regular attack action, try to get my command.
Yeah, against Lupin. Yeah.
2 dice, looking for smash.
Oh, crit, and maybe his on guard is not gonna cut it. But let's see. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna deal 3 damage.
What? Yeah, you're grievous. Yeah. That actually kills my man. Sorry.
And I can then score Regal Riposte. Score hybrid. Score this immediately after a friendly fighter attack action that takes an enemy fighter out of action if that friendly fighter has no charge tokens.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take 2.
Nice. You get the fancy ones.
Fancy
I
ones,
wanted
they
to give
are
you the
cruel.
ugly ones, but yeah, I get.
There are no ugly glory points. There are only glory points.
Yeah.
And I place a command counter. I should also score this one. It's called Relentless Unity. And the wording on this is really weird. Score this immediately after an attack action, clear enough, that targeted a supported friendly fighter and failed, or that was made by a supported friendly fighter and succeeded. And he had his supporting...
Yeah. That's a nice one. You're going up to 3 here.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to check how the wording is on this. So he's not the beast when he's inspired, even if he has a spirit counter. Because he doesn't have overcome, right? No, he doesn't have.
They're kind of interesting, your old man.
Yeah, they are.
Lots to keep track of.
Yeah, I really have to think here.
My guys are kind of plain and simple. And King Morlock also inspires. Since
Yeah.
he did make that crit. But he doesn't get significantly better. He just...
Yeah, I'm gonna see here. I gained some exploration counters at the end.
Yeah, we forgot about that.
At the end of the action phase, for each friendly fighter there is a feature token that is not on your... And that's only that guy.
Yeah, so...
I have an exploration count of 1.
Yeah.
Man, this is really difficult for me to think out what I'm supposed to do here.
Just kill my guys.
Yeah, just kill your guys. I guess that is it's simple enough, I suppose. In theory, But I think I'm gonna have to make a charge attack action here. I'm making a charge attack, or wait, before, in the end of your turn, I am playing Vicious Blow. The first range 1 attack action made by a friendly fighter in the next activation has crit grievous 1. Or +1 damage instead if that fighter is a beast. But he is not going to be a beast because this is removed and then she's not a beast anymore.
Okay, so you are aiming to inspire her.
Yeah. And then I make a charge action and I hit against that guy.
Okay, so you are possibly killing me then, because you have grievous then.
Yeah, I can deal 3 damage here.
Deal 3 damage. Oof. And
Crit.
there is that crit. And you have additional successes as well.
No.
Okay,
That is the only one.
So crit or die.
Come on. No! Why? Cruel world. Cruel world. Yeah, that's not good at all. That's not good at all.
That was lucky, pure luck. Lucky.
But I think I gonna... Does he have a range 2 attack action? No, he does not. Then I suppose I push him over here so I can
deal with
possibly hit him with my big dude.
And I would really like to make use of him because he deals a hefty amount of damage. But he doesn't have all that much, and you get two.
And I get to inspire here as well.
Yeah.
After you move a spirit counter.
I think that the correct play is to activate Sarjadran. But I'm rolling to last, looking for Fury.
Yep.
I get 1.
And I have 2, right? Because when this is 1 more spirit counter, it's +1 defense. But I get no successes.
Then you are dealt 3 damage.
That is not enough to take me out, but I'm not sure what you have on hand, so...
I have Toyed With. Score this immediately after your friendly fight's attack action if 1 or more enemy fights are vulnerable.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So, but you get to live. You get to fight another day.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna hit you back.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Why?
Why?
That is no successes at all.
No successes.
Yeah.
And since we don't have...
And since he activated, he's now removing this, and he is inspired.
Your guys can attack on such a great range. I think that the correct play here is to use Make of Hjalmar. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 over here. And try to attack your
the
leader.
leader in the back, stabbing him in the back.
Looking
Dirty tactics.
Nothing.
No successes.
Poetic justice, perhaps.
I think I'm just gonna have to hit once again with the big guy. I think that is the play here. Was he cocked?
No, that was.
You're saying that's fair?
I'm saying that's fair. But then you have 2 successes.
I'm re-rolling
No, it was.
Oh, I did it. Honesty always pays off. I felt bad about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So that is double successes.
Double successes.
Yeah.
Okay, you're fair. I'm gonna roll it. I can't succeed, but... Yeah.
Oh, then you are dealt 3 damage.
3 damage is enough to take Sarjadran out of action. I'm gonna remove
This
the
one
damage
is giving
counters.
a counter. Or I wanted to give it in. So what happened now? He's a large fighter as well,
yes,
right?
You get 2.
So I get 2. And I also get to score something. I get to score this one. Worthy Deed. Score this immediately after a friendly fighter attack action that takes an enemy fighter out of action if the enemy fighter's wound characteristic is higher than the attacker's. Or the enemy fighter has more upgrades than that.
Yeah, and that is something. I would like to play an upgrade.
I would also like to play an upgrade, but you get to start. So.
I'm gonna give Proud Son onto Marshal Falk instead.
I want to play Envenom Spurs. Attack action. You can give this to a beast. Reaction after a fight's activation, if there are 1 or more enemy fighters adjacent to this fighter makes an attack action. So I can just make another attack action. And I think since I have activated these guys, I think it's probably best to give it to Sarakar, right? And when he gets a spirit counter, this guy is also uninspired once again. At the end, in the inspire step. These are kind of, you really need to think about what happens here. So yeah, that is what I am going to do.
And I would like to make a... Or do you want to play anything more?
I just need to think here. I'm probably gonna play... No, I'm not gonna. No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna use my last activation. I'm gonna activate Martial Falk, and I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna roll 4 die.
4 die?
Yes.
Ooh, it only needs to deal 1
No,
damage.
no, wait, I'm gonna roll 3, but with a reroll.
Yeah.
3 with reroll. And I'm gonna reroll this one. Doesn't really matter. I get 3 successes.
So I have 2 defense, since I am once again a beast. I need a crit here basically. I get 1.
You get a crit.
Yeah, I do.
Then I would like to play Redoubled Fervor. Play this off friendly graveyard, fail attack action when you do. You can remove 1 command counter from your leader, then make an additional attack.
Yeah, and it's your final activation, so it doesn't matter, right?
And I get to make it with 1 additional die.
Yeah, so now we're talking 4 dice.
Now we're talking 4 dice.
Can the crit save me again?
It has been there, and it has been handy when you need it. I'm gonna reroll 1. I get 3 successes.
There's still only a crit here. Oh no. But that's double successes.
But I have triple.
Triple, yeah. That was close.
That was close, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Bye.
damage dealt. And we pass it on to your final activation.
My final activation, am I making a charge action here against your leader or not? How much life does he have?
He has 4 life. 4.
So I can't actually kill him here, but I can hurt him. But I think it's better to do it against this guy because he can potentially be killed. Or do I move at all? Because it's gonna be really hard for you to get to my...
With 7 move you can go wherever you want to.
Yeah, I could, but it's gonna be... You're gonna have a harder time to hitting against that guy with my staff.
Rolling a ton of dice, I presume.
Only 2 actually.
Let's see.
And I get a crit and no successes, so only a crit.
Okay. I get 1 evade.
Yeah. How much life does he has? Full life, right?
No. Hjalmar the Hewer took 1 damage, so he has...
so you dealt 2 damage.
Then he is removed from game.
He is removed. And I do get to score this. Rapid raid, score this and... No. Sorry. Shocking raid. Score this immediately after your warband's second or subsequent successful attack action in the same round. And I did 1 here, and I did 1 here.
Okay. I would like to play a power card.
Yes.
I'm gonna give the Crown's Curse onto my Velmorn. And it has the reaction. After the first power step in a round, place 1 friendly grave card that is out of action on the starting hex.
Ah, so you can take 1 back.
Yeah. And if I have command counters on Velmorn, he adds 1 dice to his Baleful Tombblade, and this fight is uninspired and cannot be inspired. I wanted to give this to Hjalmar, but I'm going to give Beast Claws to Thane, 4th and last. It gives him, whilst he is savage, you can reroll any number of attack dice in the attack action.
I am gonna give Enshrouded Shot to... Am I giving it to Sadaka or am I giving it to... Yeah, I'm giving it to Kira.
But range 4.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Movement 7 and range 4, 11 times.
Yeah.
Can you even 1, 2,
But
3,
now I
4,
I only
5,
have
6,
movement
7, 8,
5 now. So.
With that you cannot even hide against the fight. If I'm here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, if you're standing in absolute.
Yeah, it's really strong. It's very strong. And then we can go into the scoring step.
I have nothing to score.
You have nothing to score.
I don't want to discard anything. I'm just gonna draw 4 new power cards.
I do have this one. Score in end phase if each surviving friendly fighter is in enemy territory, which they are.
They are.
So I get to score that one. And I don't really need this, but I can play Denbreaker just for the sake of it. After the fight activation, it is fighting holding objective in enemy territory. Move that objective token from the battlefield. Then pick 1. Give this fighter charge token or break this card. I was thinking about maybe you play some objective holding playstyle, but yeah, it doesn't really work that well in this setup we have here. Other than that, I think I'm...
So 1 crit, nothing more.
1 crit and nothing more. Can I beat that? I get something more.
You can. 1 crit and something more.
I get something more.
Do you want to start?
I believe that I do. I'm just gonna see here what I need to... Or do I want to? If I die, that's not good. That is not good.
True where it works.
No, if I die, that's not good. Yeah,
That is not
I
good.
suppose that is true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one to you. You get to start.
Okay, I get to start. And then the question is, do I start by going all out against your... Should I just try to scythe you to death? It is additional damage. Yeah, I think the play here is just to make a scything attack. And I don't have the support. But still, I could possibly take you out. I'm gonna risk it.
Alright.
Charge action over here.
Siding, attack.
Scything. And should I try to hit your leader first? Because that would limit your number of attacks on your other.
How much damage did you?
I deal 1 damage, but I have Grievous. So I'm rolling against your leader.
Yep.
Sarakan. And that is nothing. Is
No successes.
No successes. And then I'm rolling against Kira.
Yep.
Nothing.
I get really lucky.
In the power step, would you like to play anything?
Yeah, I do want to play something, but let's think about this here, how I want to do this. Yeah, I think I'm playing self-command. Remove 1 friendly spirit counter, give that, and give that. No, I don't want to play that at all. But I do want to play something else.
Yep.
I do want to play Brute Resilience onto Sarkhan.
So that's
Plus
plus
one.
1 fortitude, yeah.
So he's now a large fighter.
Large fighter. Imperious Will. Give your leader 1 command counter and 1 guard token.
Yeah. And I'm gonna give Plunder Knowledge. Reaction after this fighter's activation in which an attack agent took an adjacent target out of action. Pick 1. Increase your exploration count by 2 or draw 2 power cards.
That's a really good one. Drawing 2 power cards, that is.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make an attack action against that guy.
Before we do that,
Yeah.
at the end of the Crown's Curse triggers, and I get to bring back a Grave Guard.
Bring back a brother.
Bring back a brother.
Does it have any restrictions?
It does make him vulnerable, so he has 2 life. But I get to place him on a starting hex. And I think I want him over here.
Smart. Alright. Hitting against that guy.
Yeah. And before we do that, I wasn't really finished.
Yeah.
Score the immediately after giving a friendly fighter a race counter.
Yeah.
So I get House Eternal.
Yeah.
And 1 glory. And you get the attack.
Yes. I get 1 crit.
And 1 crit.
And I'm giving him this, of course, in the beginning. Why do I always forget? I do that after he has made it.
So I'm gonna need a crit. No, evade. I think he has dealt 2 damage.
He is dealt 2 damage.
That
yes.
takes him out of action.
And I should have scored this as well. I forgot about this.
Yep.
We need to do some search. Score this immediately after you give a fighter turtle subsequent upgrade. And I gave them.
Yeah.
That's what was I supposed to do, but I forgot about actually scoring it when it came down to it.
My leader is uninspired now as well, and I can't inspire him due to the Crown's Curse. And I think my play here, unless you want to play anything in the power step.
I don't want to play anything else, or do I want to? If I do that, what happens then? No, I don't want to play anything.
Okay. Then I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna make a charge action over here. No man's territory. And we almost forgot about the plunder here.
Yeah.
We could have plundered so much.
We could have plundered, but I don't have any need for plundering.
Yeah. So much plundering on the list.
Yeah, but I really don't care about plundering.
Me neither. I could have. I have some cards that do care about it. I'm gonna roll 3 dice.
And this guy, he has full health, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he has full 3. And during a fire and fight's attack action, after the declare attack action step, the attack action has cleave. And if that results in a critical hit and takes the target out of action, gain 1 additional spent glory.
Yeah.
So
that's a good
rolling
one.
3 dice, 1 reroll, supported, cleave, should be good times. Oh. Crit, and I get to reroll once. Okay. So back at it. He is rolling with his wife axe.
Wife axe.
Wife axe. Looking for fury with grievous. He has 1 supporting, no successes.
Alright. So no successes. Then I want to play the best card in the game, Quick Roots. Play this after an enemy fighter activation if that fighter has 1 or more movers. Sure, you can deal 1 damage to that fighter. Out of action. And I get to score some points for him once again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really problematic for my guys.
Yeah. And then what I am going to do is that I am going to make a charge action. Or do you want to play anything?
No, you can go ahead.
Then I'm making a charge action over here, and this time I don't want to remove, I just want to pile on.
Yeah.
Make an attack action against your guy there. Rolling 2 dice. Do I get any successes? No, I don't.
And my guy is fine.
Yeah, but I have this one, the envenomed spurs, when I'm next to you. And I get a crit there. So.
Crit, okay. So I'm rolling 1 defensive die, needing crit.
You get the crit.
You have, didn't you? No, you had fury on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm gonna let him stand where he is. I believe that is the play.
Okay.
But I am gonna play. Or do you want to play something?
No power cards.
I'm playing solid position. Friendly fighter in enemy territory cannot be pushed. And
cannot be pushed. Okay, so you are gonna be standing there.
And then I'm gonna play self command. Remove 1 friendly fighter spirit counters and give the fighter a guard token. You wanna come in with the boss man.
Bossman probably has the best chances. He is the only guy I can activate. But I'm gonna lose my guard token then. But do I care? You're not gonna hit my bossman anyways. I'm gonna make a charge action over here. And I am gonna roll with my
dice.
No, only 2. Looking for hammers, dealing. No, I get 1 additional damage due to the crown's curse. And looking for hammers, smash. I get 3 successes.
3 successes. That is really good. I only have 1 defensive roll. No.
Okay. Then I deal. Is there any point? Yeah, there is a point because now I can push you.
No,
you can't push.
Yeah, I cannot be pushed.
And I deal 2 damage.
2 damage.
I don't know if it's gonna matter much because I can't take you out. Right? You have 5 health.
Yes, I have 2 remaining.
No, there's no point in me playing any of these cards right now. And he gets an additional command.
Yep. My it's my final activation, right?
Yeah.
So my final activation, I'm hitting against the same guy with the staff here.
Yeah.
And I want to add 1 instead of removing 1, but that is no successes.
No successes, and then you make your additional.
Make my other attack action. I get 1 success there.
1 success, looking for. I think I'm looking for any result right now. No, double isn't a successful.
I get a crit.
Yeah.
It is fine. That is the end for me.
That is the end. We get to go in and tally up some points. I made 1 mistake. I could have scored 1 if I didn't have the crown's curse on me, because I have 1 card that requires me to have 3 inspiring fighters on the board, and I could have raised 1.
Yeah.
But I can't get my leader inspired.
Yeah. I made a mistake because I didn't use the plunder knowledge when I killed a fighter. But I can actually. Do you have anything you can score?
No, I have 3 really good objectives, but I should have killed your leader, so I don't get anything.
I do get to score sleepless sentries, since each enemy fighter is within 2 axes of one or more friendly fighters.
Oh.
And since you moved in, hard to know, but...
Yeah, but you were still ahead.
Yeah. And then I had also when a beast takes a target out of action, and if I take out a enemy fighter, if I start attack action on a lethal or cover hex, but
yeah, but
I couldn't do that. So
11-8. Thank you for a good game.
Thank you for a good game.
I think it was kind of close. I made some poor decisions in the start of the third activation. I should have gone out hard for your leader.
We had a slow start.
Yeah, slow start. Like nothing of our attacks succeeded in the early phases of the game.
Yeah, and I had a hard time. I always give them the spirit counters after they have made the attack. Actually, like it's hard to remember. It's really tricky because when they are inspired, they are not beasts, and when you give them a counter, they're not beasts until the next turn, right? So if this guy is inspired, for example, now she's not a beast. At the start of her activation, I give her a counter, and then she makes her activation, and then in the end of the step, she inspires, and she is now a beast.
Yeah, and then she retains the spirit token, right?
Yeah. So it's some cards require you to like take an enemy fighter with a friendly beast, and that doesn't work in the same activation. So you really have to think about how you
utilize them the best. I think this warband is kind of nifty because with this new rules upgrade, where if you are down fighters and you activate them multitudes of times, this spirit token removing is gonna make so that you can inspire these guys multitude of times.
Yeah.
They are kind of like intense. You need to keep track of the board state.
Yeah, but if we say here, for example, now she's not a beast. She's inspired, but she's not a beast. I want to activate her. I give her a counter, I make an attack action, and she kills an enemy fighter. And now the inspire step comes before the surge step. So now she is a beast. And then the surge step comes and say, if a friendly beast took an enemy fighter out of action, like this card we have here, score it immediately after a friendly beast attack action takes the target out of action. Since the inspire happens before, she is now a beast. And then you check the surge. What happens?
Yeah, this is one of all the critical focus challenge.
but because she wasn't a beast when she killed.
I see the
she's
logic.
A beast now.
Yeah, like does the board remember the board state when the kill happened, because she wasn't a beast when the kill happened.
But she's a beast now
when you check it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Thank you, Games Workshop, for making clear and understandable rules.
Yeah, but
easily played game.
It was a fun game. I think these guys are fun, but you need to keep track of so much. And I think these guys have potential.
They have potential, but one of the things that you did remind me of gravely is that with all of the ping cards out there, raising fighters can easily make so that each damage cards is just one additional glory for the opponent. Because when you add wound counters that you are vulnerable, then
when you raise that guy, I was like,
come on, activate him, give me that glory. And these guys have 2 cards that can raise fighters. They have the Crown's Curse, and then they have the Rise Again. Both of them makes it so that the fighter is vulnerable. And that is problematic in this season, I think. Yeah, I'm going to have to be cautious about playing these guys in the upcoming. I need to check so that you don't have too many power cards at hand. Yeah,
it's really tricky. But that puts like ghosts in your head. I have with suffocating mists. You get like you get so cautious about it that you misplay because
but it's also one of the fun parts because I think that a good game has that kind of like mental meta game going on where you try to outwit your opponent. And I was feeling like, okay, you have that domain card that we discussed because you placed my fighters and pushed them in such a way that I was always like surrounded in this. It's gonna come. Unfortunately, I didn't have any card to counteract it, but it's fun to like.
But it's kind of good like in this deck because I want to stand on objectives for my exploration. I didn't play with that playstyle, but I want to stand on objectives. If you want to hit me, then you need to move next to the objectives. Simple. And then I play it.
Subject to.
So it's like if you have like an objective holding playstyle, it's really good. But you can also get pushed off the objectives, and then I guess you have problems. But
yeah. And I think like each of our plot cards didn't really come into play, but their decks really did. Like I thought that your Daring Delver's deck had plenty of cards that really like punished me when I made any like mispositions, and my Tooth and Claw deck, I didn't need to like make any fighter savage other than in the first round. But it's it's nice to have those extra rules, because it does allow. I could easily see certain older warbands having a much. How should I phrase this? I could easily see older warbands having a much better game with this kind of additional mechanic to keep track of.
Yeah, they give them some extra stuff.
I think this is a good new addition to the game. Actually, I do like this Nemesis format.
Yeah, and I like the plot cards as well. I don't think this warband is the right warband for Daring Explorers, but for a like aggressive objective holding warband, it can be really good, I believe.
Yeah.
But I don't think these are the right guys, man.
Yeah, but we'll keep on trying to see what warband is the correct warband for playing the Daring Delvers on the Tooth and Claw deck, I presume.
Yeah. I will try to build a burn deck for sure with
burn.
Some like all the details.
So are we saying that the next game is Championship then?
Yeah, it will be good. It will be fun. I have some fun ideas that I want to try to make a reality.
I think that there are potential in that deck. I should probably try to make the heal deck then.
Yeah, heal against burn. Yeah.
But we'll catch you all in the next video.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.